Soybean harvest is off and running, and MSU Extension demonstrated how to measure and minimize harvest losses during the Soybean Harvest Equipment Field Day on September 28th.
And the reason is we can lose 1 to 2 bushels of preventable losses under average conditions. Under some very unique conditions, which we're seeing this year, the losses can just go crazy. So the two things that are happening this year is we had some hail damage across the state, especially up here in Gratiot County and through mid-Michigan. And the hail damage not only knocked the seed out of the pods at the time it occurred, but it also made the pods more brittle so that they can just jump out of the pods when we go in to harvest them. So shatter losses are a real risk in those areas. The other thing that's a real risk is lodging. We've got some very tall beans in parts of the state, the thumb and maybe southwest Michigan under irrigation, a lot of very tall lodged beans, and we need to really be careful to prevent losses under those conditions. On the shattering, I think the biggest thing is going to be really time of day. If you could come out here in the morning like what we are, where the straw is still just a little bit tough, or maybe go a little bit in the evening when the straw is tough, I think that will really go a long ways with these really brittle pods. The other thing that you could do is you could maybe slow your reel speed down, slow your ground speed down, make sure that the reel is positioned properly, it's not too deep in the canopy and it's not too far frontwards. Those are pretty much about all you can really do about the shatter losses. Now, when we're thinking about lodging, what you do there is, again, slow the combine down. Maybe harvest at an angle, if you can, to the beans, and that will help to pick them up. If that doesn't pick them up, and then just the opposite, you actually want to push your reel out as far as you can and as low as you can to pick up the lodged beans.
Staton says measuring soybean harvest losses periodically is essential to determine if combine adjustments are necessary and effective.
What this is our 1 foot square. It's just PVC pipe. It's something that's easy for me to work with. And what we do is we're going to throw 10 of those across the heads here, and we're going to be measuring gathering losses because that's where 90% of our losses occur. And so there's a rule of thumb that if you've got 4 beans per square foot, you've lost 1 bushel per acre.
For more information on how to minimize soybean harvest losses, contact Mike Staton at the Allegan County MSU Extension office.